Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Artful Manifesting. In this reading, we will be looking at projections for 2024. So happy New Year, everyone. I'm doing this on New Year's Eve. And to pick your card, I'm going to be using the Mystical Moments Tarot. Oh. So the first pile is the Hierophant. That one just sort of leapt out. I think this for pile 2. And that for pile 3. Let's see what the other 2 cards are. We have the 6 of Cups. And 6 of Wands. Very interesting. So we have a 5, a 6, and a 6. And if you like to choose your piles with the stones, in the first pile we have this beautiful grape agate. And for the second pile, we have the black tourmaline. And for the third pile, we have a K2 crystal. So use your intuition to see which of these cards are stones you're most drawn to, and then look in the description box below to find a link to that reading. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to this beautiful Hierophant card, number 5, as well as the grape agate, which promotes stability, security, self-confidence, composure, and protects against negative energy. So we'll see how these 2 play into the rest of your reading. I'm going to be using 3 decks, 1 for each area of your life, as well as some oracle cards. So let's actually first draw some oracle cards. This is the Green Witches Oracle deck. This one. This one. And I fill this one. All right. And then I will be using the Dark Reflections Tarot for your personal growth. This one. You know, I don't know why I chose 6. I only meant to choose 5, but I'm going to leave it there because maybe we'll need an extra card, so we shall see. All right, and this is the Greer deck, which I will be using to find out about your relationships. All right, that one wanted to reveal itself right away. And this is the Green Witch Tarot, which I will be using for your finances. All right, let me just move this out of the way. And we will see what we have here. Let's start with your personal growth. All right, we have the Seven of Wands. Death. Two of Swords. If you've listened to a reading before, you know you may hear my dogs in the background sometimes. Ace of Wands. And Temperance. All right, I'm going to hold on to this card and we'll see if we need that. All right, and for relationships, you have the Fool. So right off the bat, that's telling me a new relationship, possibly. Two of Cups. For many of you, it could be a romantic relationship. For others of you, it could be a current relationship that goes to a new level. Three of Swords. Page of Cups. Again, another reference to a new beginning. And Six of Swords. All right, and then for the finances, let's see what cards reveal themselves. I wanted to draw all three at once to see if we, since I'm using different decks, if we see anything repeat. We have the Five of Chalices. The Queen of Wands. The Page of Athens. The King of Pentacles. Very nice to get the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles in your finance reading. And the Page of Pentacles. Beautiful. Already looks wonderful. So pages are new beginnings, starting something new. And you see that he is creating wealth. Very nice. All right, let's see what oracle cards you got. We have the Sun. Very nice. And, you know, I feel like we have enough room to put these over here. I can maybe just scoot these over a bit. All right, and we have Seeds. Again, something new beginning in the relationships. And Mortar and Pestle. All right, give me a moment to look at these, and then we will decipher the message together. Well, I love that in your personal growth, the final card placed down over here from the Oracle cards is the Sun, which is, it says here on the card, healing energy, happiness, comfort, and joy. And it's interesting that, you know, this deck, the Reflections deck tarot, is, you know, it's very dark. And so we have sunshine, light coming into your life, shining on your personal growth. When we look at the Seven of Wands, the Death, Two of Swords, Ace of Wands, the story that's being told up here in your personal growth area is, I see that you are coming into your own as far as maybe being able to stand up for yourself if that's something that you need to do. And you have an opportunity to, you have this choice. It's like you're at this crossroads, right? That's why we have this X up here, the way they're holding the Two of Swords. And you have this power of being able to transform situations. And so what I see in your personal growth is that you are going to go through a transformation in 2024, becoming more independent, more stable, more composed, more confident. If we think about, remember what the grape agate is about, this Seven of Wands is all about you standing your ground. Look at how this person is standing with the staff firm, right? And all of these people over here, he has his back to them and he's going in his own direction, but he's put his arms up, you know, in power, and firmly placed this staff. So what I see is that you are gaining this internal power, this confidence that's going to help you, I'm sure, in, you know, also the area of finances and relationships. So that is wonderful. We see an opportunity with Ace of Wands for you to use this in a very demonstrative, actualized way with action, because, you know, wands are all about action and passion. But I see you being balanced about this. You're not going to stand ground in an aggressive way. It's going to be in a very composed and confident way. It'll be assertive, but composed, because we have over here Temperance, which is all about balance. It's also about discipline. So again, I see you being verbally, mentally, and emotionally disciplined with how you express this newfound or deepened confidence. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not confident. You may be confident already, but it's going to be leveled up in a way that is more mature and is received better by others. And you are going to feel more balanced as a result. You're going to feel stronger in your own place. That's wonderful. You know, and of course we have the Sun. So something in you is healing, which is going to give you this understanding and this ability to communicate and express yourself in a way that's more effective. It's going to benefit you and it's going to benefit those around you because they're going to understand it better. You're going to deliver what it is that you are communicating and expressing in a way that others understand it better. When we look at the next row, which is relationships, I see a great opportunity or a new relationship coming in. We have the Fool, and then we have the Two of Cups, as well as the Page of Cups. And so again, I see this healing taking place with the Three of Swords. This is falling in the opportunity placement, and it's right below the Two of Swords. And what's interesting is we also have the Page of Athens, which is a sword down here. So sword, 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 all lined up in opportunities. So again, I feel there's going to be a shift in the way that you think and understand something about yourself and how you communicate. So the opportunity is to change the way that you communicate, and this is going to offer growth in either your current relationships and or invite a space and energy for new relationships. That's wonderful. And the outcome is you'll be saying goodbye to any kind of grief that you had regarding communication and relationships in the past. And of course, that doesn't mean that everything will go perfectly undisturbed, but it will definitely be calmer, right? So we see close to this boat here, kind of these rocky waves, but over here it looks much calmer, and that's where they're headed. So they're leaving behind the turbulence, headed towards more serene waters. So I see emotionally you're going to also become more stable, in this communication style understanding that you're developing is going to, this personal growth is going to, bleed over into your relationships as well, and offer up a wonderful space and energy for your relationships to deepen, and for you to possibly, for some of you, to find a new relationship. If you're single and you're looking for a romantic relationship, of course, this is a general reading. So for many of you, it's not a new relationship, but just a deepening of a current relationship. And also it could be friendships. We see here in your oracle card seeds, new ideas, hope, and open-mindedness. So, the seed is the beginning of something. So definitely there is a new beginning, a new relationship, or a relationship in a new way. That's wonderful. Very nice cards so far. Let's look at this last row down here, which is finances. You start with the Five of Chalices, which is like the Five of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Athens, King of Pentacles, and Page of Pentacles. And the last oracle card is Mortar and Pestle, integration, subtlety, thoroughness. Very interesting. So what I see is that you are definitely creating more wealth in 2024. And it's going to be influenced by this change up here, this personal growth. the way you communicate is huge. You know, it affects all of our relationships, not just our personal relationships, but our relationships with coworkers, and if we have customers, if we own our own business, that's going to be impacted. And also how we communicate with our self-talk. So I see that your self-talk is going to change. How you express yourself to others is going to change. It's going to give you personal growth. It's going to expand your relationships and allow for a level up and growth in relationships. And this is all going to manifest in the physical realm very prosperously for you, which is beautiful. So we have in this card 5 of chalices, this little rabbit, which is a symbol of fertility and abundance. And we have the Queen of Wands. And what's nice is, you know, it's everything down here is very magical. And so I'm getting the sense that it's going to feel very easy to you once this change, this transformation takes place. There is going to be so much growth in your life. You're going to experience so much abundance and positivity and sunshine. It's going to feel like magic to you. The Queen of Wands is also about relationships. So interesting that that fell here where we see the 2 of Cups. Death is transformation. So again, we see this transformation not only in yourself, but in your relationships. That's wonderful. And it's going to, again, not only affect maybe a personal relationship, but it's going to make you more popular. And then you have the Page of Athens, which we already spoke about a little bit, but I just want to point out again this feeling of magic where you have this little Athene pointing up to the sky, and she's got her spell book open, and it looks like she's doing, you know, some kind of ritual. And what's interesting is you have this little owl here and the moon, and you have an owl here, a book, a little girl, and the moon. And even in this card, there's a moon. She's holding swords. So what this tells me is that, again, this growth in how you think, how you speak, how you communicate, you're going to learn a new way to communicate. And for some of you, it may be writing. And the message too is, you know, these owls are representation of wisdom, but it's an external wisdom. So you could, if this is resonating with you and you feel like, yes, you could improve your communication style, whether it's in emails or verbal or both, media, is to look at other people who are expressing themselves the way you want to, and then learn from their example. So there's already an established way to communicate effectively laid out for you, and you have an opportunity to learn from that. You also have the King of Pentacles, And the King of Pentacles is already, of course, financially secure and established and wealthy. But there's also a mindset there. And so not only maybe looking at how other people communicate, but in your industry, see people who are where you want to be, whatever kind of industry that you work in, and look at their example. Maybe even find a mentor, somebody who can guide you and, advise you. You can run things by them. You don't have to do everything that they say, but you may just, just get their opinion, and then you have the choice of whether or not you want to follow that advice. And then, of course, the outcome is you successfully creating your own wealth. So finding somebody that you can look to, and then you successfully creating your own wealth. This is an amazing reading. I'm so excited for 2024 for you. Even the mortar and pestle, speaks of creating something, right? Mixing things together. And so again, what this tells me is all these little things are going to affect everything. It's integration, right? You're integrating this new knowledge that you get from your mentors, from looking, listening, paying attention to how other people communicate, how other leaders in your industry work, and all of that knowledge that you're going to be gaining. All of this knowledge is going to be integrated, and you're going to just blossom. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations on an amazing 2024. I can't wait to dive into 2024 and see all the details and how it unfolds for you. This is wonderful. That is your forecast for 2024. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'm wishing you the best for this new year. And if you liked this reading, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. You chose the card 6 of Cups, which speaks of balance, memories, improving relationships, as well as the black tourmaline, which is also a stone of balance, as well as protection, grounding, resilience, strength, personal growth. So we'll see how those energies play into the rest of your reading. I'm going to be using 3 decks, one for each area of your life. The Reflections, Dark Reflections deck will be for your personal growth, and the Morgan Greer will be for relationships. The Green Witch Tarot will be for finance, and then I also have the Green Witch Oracle deck, which we will be drawing a few cards from. So this is all about 2024. Oh, I already have one. Two and 3. All right. I'm going to draw some cards. Ooh, these just jumped out. So that's 2. Three, 4, and 5. and the Morgan Greer for relationships. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And those little footsteps in the background are my dogs. And the Green Witch Tarot will be for your finances. So let's draw some of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So we have the Page of Swords. That there. The 9 of Pentacles. The Empress. The Emperor. Wow. And the 4 of Wands. Interesting. All right, so that is personal growth. So let's see what you get for relationships. 2 of Cups, which also came out in the first reading. 3 of Wands. Seven of Wands. Again, that came out in the first reading, but in a different place, different deck. The Chariot. And Strength. So this is relationships. Now let's look at what the cards reveal for finance. Queen of Wands. Okay, if you were drawn to pile number 1, you may want to check that out. There was Queen of Wands in finance for pile number 1. 7 of Wands. The Sun, beautiful. 9 of Chalices. Wonderful. That is wishes coming true. And Nature. All right, let's see what oracle cards you got. Winter. So. Walking Staff. All right, let's see what all of these cards mean together. Okay, if we look at the first row of personal growth, what I see is a resurgence of something that you're passionate about. A new passion being born, or returning to a passion that maybe you had kind of given up on, or just, hadn't really given it much thought or spent time doing it. It's like if you were learning how to play guitar and you have that guitar still, but you haven't picked it up, in months. It's just been sitting in the corner of the room. So what I see is that you are going to start picking up that passion again. And I think for many of you, there's been this block, and that block, my Hi, dogs. The block is coming from something that you're holding on to from the past. But the good news is I see you letting go of whatever that is. And the way that's going to help you to let go of that block and letting go of whatever this thing was in the past that's creating this block is through self-care and doing things that you enjoy. So you have the ability to do that. It doesn't necessarily have to cost lots of money, but I do see whatever it is that you enjoy, that you will have the resources, you'll find the resources to be able to do that. And that's going to create the space and energy and time, the desire, the passion for you to pursue whatever this passion is that has kind of been waiting in the corner like that guitar that hasn't been picked up in months. We have here on your oracle card, winter and ending, recharging and reflection. So there's something that you're holding on to, but some time reflecting on it is going to give you the ability to let go of that. This even looks like a hand, right? So it's like you're letting go of something, and as you let go of that, it's going to create this new space. It's going to make you feel lighter, more energetic, and you're going to want to pursue these passions again. And that's going to have the effect of bringing you harmony, balance, and stability. You're going to feel more resilient as a result. So that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Okay, in the next row we have relationships. And for some of you, there will be a new romance. Of course, that's not for everyone. This is a general reading. For others of you, it's just going to be an opportunity for you to form new bonds or stronger bonds, but I feel for many of you it's going to be new bonds based on this passion that you're pursuing. So let's say you are passionate about gardening, and so you go to the garden store and you meet people there, talk to them. Maybe you find that there's classes or a gardening club that you join, and in doing that you're going to be forging these new relationships. You're going to be bonding with people in a wonderful way that's going to create all of this growth. It's going to open you up to new opportunities, new horizons, new ways of seeing things. For some of you, it could even be travel. We see in this picture, he's looking out where he's going to be going. This person looks like he actually is traveling. And then we, of course, have the chariot that is traveling. So that's not for everyone, but that could be for some of you. There is a warning of, a potential for some kind of conflict. And the advice is to, basically just avoid certain topics, or if you feel a conflict arise, because with these wands, that's passion. And when people are passionate about something, there is the risk of there being conflict when there's more than one person involved. And so let's say you're at that garden club and there's different opinions about, whether or not it's beneficial to have a praying mantis in the garden, and some people can feel very passionate about these things. And the advice is to just kind of let other people have that conversation, and for you to move away from that kind of conflict so that you can maintain these positive balances that are going to keep helping you to grow. But also, when you see these conflicts, it's going to give you the opportunity to grow yourself. Look at all these leaves on these wands, because you're going to be seeing a lot going on in these interpersonal relationships that you observe. And you're going to understand something on a deeper level, not just about gardens, but about relationships. And that's going to help you grow in your own interpersonal intelligence. And the outcome of all of this will be that you will become more disciplined and stronger. You'll be more balanced, and you're just going to experience a lot of growth. You're going to tame your own internal beast by making sure that you observe rather than partake in any kind of confrontation. And of course, you know, if it's directed at you, I do see you having the strength to stand up for yourself in a positive yet assertive way. And here we have sow, planning, setting intentions, and optimism. So again, the message is to stay positive even in the face of confrontation, and to focus on what is the end goal. What is it that you want to achieve? And, you know, in the example of the garden club, if your goal is to create new bonds, form new bonds, and develop new friendships, new relationships, then is arguing over whether or not a praying mantis is beneficial for the gardens worth losing potential relationships? You know, just look at the big picture and think about what it is that you want overall, and don't get consumed by the little details. Move away from focusing on the minuscule and make sure you're looking at, you know, macro. And of course, now is a good time to set intentions for next year, whether it's regarding your personal growth or your relationships, or that's amazing that a firework just went off as I was saying that. Personal growth. There is going to be a lot of personal growth in 2024 for you, or your finances. So set your intentions now for all of those things. Okay, and in finances, I see wonderful things for you in finances. We have the Queen of Wands, although this is coming up in, you know, the obstacle position. What I see is that sometimes you may be overcritical, but I feel like it's more towards yourself as opposed to others. But I see some growth. Right here in the opportunity, we have the Sun. And the Sun is a very positive, successful card to receive. And it's coming up in the opportunity position, and immediately after we have 9 of chalices. 7 of wands and 9 of chalices both speak of trusting your intuition. And so I feel like you have a little bit of self-doubt, and that's where this, you know, criticism is coming in. But I do see you being able to release that. We already looked at your personal growth and how you were going to be doing more self-care and pursuing your passions. I do find it interesting that we have this 2 of Cups, you know, here between these 2 rows, because again, the 2 of Cups is about pairing and bonding. And so what I see is that this change in your this personal growth that you're going to be experiencing is going to affect your finances in whatever career or employment you have. You're going to be releasing your self-criticism, your self-doubt. You're going to gain reliance. You're going to trust your methods and your intuition, and you're going to be blessed. You're going to receive this blessing, and wishes are going to come true. Both of these cards are achievements, wishes coming true, accomplishments, blessings. Two wonderful, wonderful cards to get in finances, and then also to get in this placement. So that is wonderful. You also have nature, which again, this is going to be about your self-reliance and your own achievements. And it's about releasing self-imposed limitations, which again, I feel that self-imposed limitation is sometimes not trusting your own intuition, but I see that going away and you beginning to really trust. The dogs agree. You trusting in yourself, and that's going to be amazing for you. We also have the walking staff, support and encouragement. So again, whenever you feel that inner critic rise up and, rear its head and voice any kind of judgment towards the self, have something positive ready. Look towards what is working. Look towards what you have accomplished. Notice when you are right, and you're going to start to see how often your intuition is correct and that you can trust it. And you're going to, again, be more stable, more secure as a result. So I see you being definitely financially secure and stable in 2024. I see a huge blessing coming for you in 2024 financially, a lot of personal growth, bringing harmony to you and harmony in your relationships. You're going to level up in the way that you see other people's relationships, and then how that affects you and how you affect others. And you're going to become more disciplined also. You're definitely going to become more popular, and a lot of it is letting go of that self-criticism and you taking care of yourself and valuing yourself and seeing your worth is also going to allow others to see your worth. That's beautiful. What a wonderful reading. I'm so excited for you. You're going to have a wonderful 2024 with lots of growth. I'm wishing you the best. Good luck in 2024. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. You chose the 6 of Wands, a card of achievement, reaching your goals, success, recognition. Wonderful for the first main card for 2024 reading, as well as the K2 crystal, which is strength and resolve, balance, harmony. It has grounding effects, sharpens your intuition. So we will see how those two energies play into the rest of your reading. I'm going to be using 3 different tarot decks as well as some oracle cards to divine your message. This first tarot is the Dark Reflections, and we'll be using that for your personal growth. So let's see which cards want to help us out. All right. And this is the Morgan Greer deck, which we will use for relationships. There's one right already popping out. And this is the Green Witches Tarot deck, which we will be using for your finances. And this is the Green Witch Oracle deck, which we will use to help divine all of your messages. All right, let's see what we have here. So first we have the Empress, which came in pile number 2. Remember, you can always look at more than one pile, as it may bring clarity to your message or tell you about different blessings or areas, topics. We have the Chariot, Three of Swords. I see opportunity to heal something. Ten of Wands. Completion of a goal, which we already saw over here, so there's validation of that. And Four of Wands. I believe pile number 1 had this same exact card in the same placement. All right. For your relationships, we have Justice, the Sword of Truth, the Scales balancing, Ace of Swords, which looks like another Sword of Truth, doesn't it? This also looks, these wreaths look like a heart. The Moon. Five of Wands. And Seven of Cups. Very nice. So I see lots of love happening for you in 2024. Could be romantic, but I'm seeing it more as a lot of positive relationships. All right. And for finance, we have Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Three of Athens. The Wild Hunt. Seven of Chalices, which is the Seven of Cups. So we see that card again. And the High Priest. Really nice. So again, this message of self-reliance. All right, and let's see what oracle cards you got. Summer. expansion and growth, wonderful for personal growth. Could possibly be a timing because we are looking at the whole year. Just scooch those over. All right. We have harvest, determination, and hard work. And earthworm, clarity and rumination. All right, let's look at these and see what your message is. Okay, if we start with the top row, personal growth, I see the area of boundaries becoming more healthy, setting healthy boundaries, living by healthy boundaries. We see a waterfall over here and a mountain here, and we see this clear-cut, defined line with this shorter grass and longer grass. So living by healthy boundaries, whether somebody else has established them or you have established them, that's going to create a lot of personal growth for you. I feel for many of you, it could be also learning to say no and not taking on too much. Because when we're overburdened, we're not going to go anywhere. So in this Chariot card, it's interesting that he's not riding a chariot, but he's standing here and the wheel is on the ground. So it's like he's not going anywhere. But I do see that there's going to be healing taking place. So in this boundary setting, it's going to give you an opportunity to heal yourself, take care of yourself, do some self-care, and it's going to make communication clear. And of course, it goes both ways. So you setting healthy boundaries and respecting other people's boundaries is going to create a space where everybody has the same expectations, and it's going to free up your own energy and resources. So part of saying no is going to help other people shoulder the burden. Instead of you doing everything, you being the person that's carrying everything, being able to say no will allow them to carry some things, which is going to give them the opportunity to become stronger and to learn new skills. So if you have, for example, a difficult time saying no because you just feel bad, saying no, you don't want to hurt their feelings, you don't want them to feel like you don't care, you don't want them to be overburdened. And in some cases, it could be, not feeling like other people can do it right. Sometimes that's part of the issue of why we don't let other people do things. But in any case, it doesn't matter which one applies to you or if they all apply to you. By allowing other people to help you, everybody's going to grow, not just you. You're going to allow them the opportunity to grow in carrying those responsibilities, whatever they are, which in the end is going to create a much more harmonious space for you. And you're going to experience a lot of harmony as a result in 2024 by allowing other people to share the burden, by delegating. So that's wonderful, because that's going to, again, allow you to nurture yourself, right? The Empress is about nurturing. So I see that, for many of you, you haven't been nurturing yourself because you've been working so hard. So that's going to change in 2024, and you're going to begin to let some of these things go and let other people handle them so that you can take care of yourself. And that's going to be good for them too. So again, they'll be able to gain some insight, some strength, and they're also going to understand what you were doing and where you were coming from when you were doing those things. It's going to give them a perspective, which is going to contribute to this harmony. And we see here a bee and flowers, which bee's all about community. So this isn't going to only be self-growth for you and expansion for you, but it's going to help your whole community. That's wonderful, beautiful. So, and it could be timing. It could be that this you really get to see the effects of it by the summer, but it could also just be, the name of the card. We'll see. All right, with this row with your relationships, there is a message of you reap what you sow. We have the Justice card, the Ace of Swords, and we have also this Harvest card. So it's a message of whatever you give, you get. So if you are in alignment with your higher self and you are acting accordingly in not just your best interest, but in the best interest of everybody involved, then that's the energy that's going to be reciprocated to you. There's also a message that, there could be a potential for conflicts, and you should fight for what you feel is right, but don't be too aggressive about it, because there's something that you aren't seeing yet. There is, with the Moon card, there's something that's going to be revealed. The good news is that truth is going to help you, and it's going to tip the balance in your favor. So don't be too hasty with your words or your actions. While you do want to stand strong and stand your ground, which I do see you doing that, because remember, we have the Six of Wands, which is about rewards and achievements and reaching your goal. So I do see, if there has been conflict in your relationships in 2023 and in the past, I see that resolving. So everything goes in cycles, which the Moon speaks of, and I see this cycle coming to an end, and you finding the truth, your own truth, and the truth how it pertains to relationships. It's interesting that we have the Three of Swords, the Moon, and the Wild Hunt, which is like the Tower card, all in this column here, which is the position of opportunity. So I think that's a good thing. It is going to take some work in your relationships, but again, I do see you prevailing, and most likely, you doing, what you need to do up here in the self-care, self-growth, as far as setting those clear boundaries, respecting other people's boundaries, delegating, lightening your load, letting other people be challenged by things. That's all going to contribute to your relationships. But you're going to have a wonderful harvest. In the end, it's going to take work, but you are going to reap what you sow and find your reward, find your target. So that's wonderful. When we look at your finances, we have the Knight of Wands, the Three of Athems, this Tower card, which is the Wild Hunt in this deck, the Seven of Chalices, and the High Priest. And I feel like whatever's happening in this area of your relationships, it, for many of you, is connected to your work. So this thing that needs to be revealed, getting to the truth of the matter, is something that could be happening in work relationships or shared resources, shared finances. And so there's something that hasn't been revealed. So for example, if it is just a traditional workplace that this pertains to, it could be that you're having conflict with somebody who's going to leave. And so just, waiting for that to be illuminated is going to alleviate that issue. The other thing that could happen is that you get a new opportunity. Here we have the Seven of Cups, and here we have the Seven of Challenges. And this is preceded by the Wild Hunt, which is the Tower card. So for some of you, it could be loss of employment, or if you're self-employed, it could be maybe losing a big account or customer, something like that. But the good news is that you're going to have a lot of new opportunities as a result. So that could be the thing that's going to be illuminated. So really the message is not to fight the flow that life is bringing you. And with any challenges that come this year, even if they come in the middle of the year or the end of the year, just accept it, knowing that it is all part of a divine design that's going to lead you to greater things. So there may seem like there's a lot of, work this year, but I see you, being okay. Things are going to be okay. I see a lot of expansion and growth this year for you. And I see clarity coming to you. So, for example, if let's say there's a position that you really wanted and somebody else gets it, just trust that that was meant to be, because there may be something about that position that you didn't know, that you weren't aware of, that had you taken that position, you really, wouldn't have enjoyed yourself. You wouldn't have thrived in that role. So you're going to also be receiving a lot of clarity as a result of any kind of struggles or challenges, opportunities that you have this year. Remember that it's bringing you growth, expansion, clarity. It's bringing you more opportunities. And in the long run, you're going to get closer to what it is that your heart truly desires. So keep that in mind this year, every time something happens. And I'm not saying that a bunch of things are going to happen. It could just be one thing that happens that feels like a real struggle or challenge for you. Keep in mind that it's happening for a reason. It's happening for you, not to you. It's opening some opportunity up. It's giving you some clarity, some understanding, some growth. And in the long run, it's actually taking you closer to what you want faster. So the Tower is very fast moving energy. It's something happening suddenly and unexpected. So, but I think that it's going to be a good thing. With the Knight of Wands, we see, again, you starting this new journey, right? And this is in the row of finances. And so I do see for a lot of you, whether you decide on your own to change jobs or careers, or if it's something that's decided for you, I see you starting this new path. With a new organization, with a new community. So I think that's wonderful. And there you will have so much more opportunity to grow and expand. So that is wonderful. It's going to be a huge year of growth for you and new things, truths revealed. You are going to hit your target You are going to succeed. You are going to get that sweet nectar that you deserve. So just keep that in mind, that you are going to achieve, you are going to succeed, and you will be sweetly rewarded. That's beautiful. What a wonderful reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe. I'm wishing you a happy new year and the best on your journey next year. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.